Test, test, dela, dela.
Spoštovane gospe, spoštovani gospodje.
Ladies and gentlemen, soon we will start with the event. I would like to ask you to sit down and at the same time kindly turn off your cell phone or at least turn off the sound and notifications. The event will be recorded and therefore I ask you not to disturb the event with cell phones.
Spoštovani gostje, vljudno vas vabim.
Dear guests, I would like to invite you to sit down. We will soon start with the award ceremony.
Gospe in gospodje,
Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, entering the hall is the President of Republic of Slovenia, Dr. Nataša Pirc-Musar, accompanied by the Chair of the Golden Bee Award Committee and the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food of the Republic of Slovenia, Ms. Mateja Čalušić.
spoštovana predsednica.
Honorable President of the Republic of Slovenia, Dr. Nataša Pirc-Musar, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food, and the Chair of the Golden Bee Award Committee, Ms. Mateja Čalušić, esteemed high guests, esteemed award nominees for the Golden Bee, dear ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome from the castle of Slovenia's capital, where we will announce the recipient of the 5th Golden Bee Award. Today is World Bee Day, proclaimed by the United Nations General Assembly at the initiative of Slovenia. It is a day that unites the world in the care for bees, for other pollinators, for biodiversity and food security. Slovenia is more than just the initiator of this day. We want to lead by example. We live green, we live sustainably. Preserving nature is not just a mere goal for us, it is our way of life. Slovenia boasts with exceptional natural heritage. Nearly 2/3 of our territory is forested, 40% of the land is protected, and our water networks exceed 27,000 kilometers. Our agriculture is based on sustainable management of nature. That is why the bee holds a very special place in our hearts. It is a guardian of ecosystems, a symbol of cooperation, and an ambassador of our shared future. Slovenia is a nation of beekeepers. We have one of the highest numbers of beekeepers per capita in Europe. Every 200th Slovenian is a beekeeper. Here, beekeeping is more than just an activity, it's a way of life. It's a proud tradition, and it is listed as an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO. Beekeeping is part of our identity, it is part of our culture and our everyday life. We even have our own bee, the Carniolan honeybee. This is an indigenous Slovenian breed, legally protected, and the only permitted breed of honeybee for breeding in Slovenia. It has a peaceful nature, it is diligent and has a precise GPS, so it has won over the hearts of beekeepers both in Slovenia and abroad. Since Slovenia initiated the proclamation of World Bee Day, the bee has become a symbol in global discourse. Why? Without bees and other pollinators, there would be no blueberries, no coffee, no cocoa. And here in Slovenia, people understood that we must share our knowledge. That is why we are spreading knowledge and hope to other corners of the world, trying to build a pollinator-friendly future. We are supporting beekeeping communities, we are educating, involving people in our projects and building bridges of cooperation. Bees are the best ambassadors of peace, cooperation, and food security. Although bees often take center stage, we should not forget other pollinators, like bumblebees, solitary bees, butterflies, flies, beetles, and others. Each group has an important role in the ecosystem. Some pollinate specific plants, others pollinate in different weather conditions. For example, bumblebees are important because they can pollinate blueberries and tomatoes on colder days in which bees rather stay at home in the hive. Wild pollinators are of extreme importance. They perform more than half of the world's pollination. We prepared a special project in Slovenia where we discovered 565 different species of wild bees in Slovenia. When you protect bees, you protect all pollinators. Actually, you protect the nature as a whole. Each of us has its own role, and together we form an indispensable part of the natural balance. Now let's turn our gaze to other parts of the world. We'll watch 3 stories where Slovenia helps build a sweeter future through concrete projects.
बिल्कुल काटेगा नहीं, क्योंकि ये सारे लड़के ऐसे ही हैं, बड़े हैं और उसका पहचान ये है कि लड़कियों से थोड़ा बड़ा है ये। फीडर है, इसको इससे खाना खिलाते हैं मधुमक्खी को जब आसपास में खाना नहीं मिलता।
Junija 2024 smo kot veleposlaništvo Republike Slovenije.
In 2024, the Embassy of Slovenia, together with different foundations, organized the first international conference on beekeeping in Korea, which was specifically intended for beekeeping. Dr. Peter Kozmus from the Honey Bee Keeping Association and other experts were present, in addition to representatives of Vietnam, Japan, and Korea.
Nahala is a year-long education program that aims to empower Emirati women through beekeeping. At Nahala, we are addressing a critical challenge: the lack of gender equality and economic opportunities for women in the beekeeping industry. Our solution is both innovative and impactful. Through Nahala, we empower women by providing comprehensive training in sustainable beekeeping and honey production, but more importantly, in niche product development, areas often overlooked by men. This includes linking them with industry partners and creating new business opportunities. By focusing on niche products, we give women a competitive edge and open doors to untapped markets. The impact of our program will be profound. Women trained by Nahala will improve their livelihoods and actively contribute to food security through sustainable beekeeping and pollination practices. Nahala is not just about beekeeping. Our program addresses 8 out of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, such as zero hunger, gender equality, and climate action, to name a few. Looking ahead, our long-term vision is to expand Nahala's reach, empowering even more women across different regions, and particularly in arid lands. Thank you for your support.
Jaz mislim, da si vse te
I believe that we should clap our hands for all of these inspiring stories.
spoštovane gospe, spoštovani gospodi.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor to invite both honorary guests of today's event to the stage for a short conversation. The distinguished President of the Republic of Slovenia, Dr. Nataša Mirc-Musar, and the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food, Ms. Mateja Čalušić. Welcome to join me at the stage.
Najprej vprašanje.
Let me ask first an emotional, heartfelt question. I'm curious, why do bees hold a special place in your hearts? I'm sure they do. For me, the answer is very simple. I feel a lot of respect for bees. Carniolan bees are very peaceful, not like bees in Latin America. They only sting when it is crucial and really necessary. I think this resembles the spirit of Slovenians and our nation. I'm fascinated by their organization, by their diligence. One for all and all for one, that's the motto of bees. They respect the mother bee. Even bumblebees find their role in this system, even though they are slightly more lazy, as we like to say, but this is not in line with values of the Slovenian nations. I believe bees are fascinating and we need to respect them. Each third spoon of food that we get on our plates is directly connected to the work of bees. Without bees, it would have been much more difficult. Some people like to scare us that if bees died out, if they were to go extinct, there would be no food anymore. Well, technology has improved, so this would not happen. However, farming would be much more difficult, and bees deserve our respect. Now, a short anecdote. At the entrance, I have seen a group of children, and I talked with them together with the minister. Their teacher asked, whose birthday is it today? And the children all knew, the bees, it's their birthday today. And if I may add, yes, today is the birthday's bees. All children knew that today is World Bee Day, but they did not know who we are. So it is incredibly important for us to teach the younger generations about the meaning of bees and their role in our ecosystem. When I was younger, I know that bees and wild pollinators were sort of taken for granted. We knew that they will always be here. However, with the World Bee Day and with the Golden Bee Award, we are raising awareness about how important bees are. We need to take care of bees, just like bees take care of us, so that we will always have food on our plates and the ecosystems will work correctly. Bees connect us. They are diligent in their work, and we have seen how active Slovenia is in the beekeeping field. I'm very thankful to everybody involved in this field who is also present today for being so internationally active. And I believe we should share the values of bees. We need to be diligent. We need to support the weaker links. We need to support people who are socially weaker so that we will all be more and more equal. When we look at bees, we can take a step back and connect with nature. We need to preserve our nature, our natural heritage. Bees are incredibly important, and we could talk about them for days and days. Yes, indeed, there are many reasons why we need to respect and love bees and other pollinators. Dear President, it's been 8 years since the World Bee Day has been announced. What is the impact of this initiative today? Citizens of Slovenia maybe don't notice it, but we, when we travel the world and represent Slovenia, notice it. In the past 8 years, when the World Bee Day has been announced at the initiative of Slovenia, so the birthday of bees, a lot has changed in international diplomatic relations. I've seen here on the movie Peace for Bees. Yes, it's important. And I am very grateful to share this bee initiative with other presidents and other important politicians. World Bee Day is now celebrated in over 100 countries. That is a big number, and we can be very proud of us. Dr. Lojze Peterle was an important initiator to make the 20th of May World Bee Day in respect to the Slovenian beekeeper, Dr. Anton Janša. Bee diplomacy is not just a phrase. It is an important tool that we are pointing out. Slovenia is trying to raise awareness about bees, about beekeeping, and I believe that through that we can achieve many other things and goals as well. In this movie, we've seen how Slovenia is supporting international projects related to developmental goals or goals for sustainable development. In the last 2.5 years since I've been president, I've traveled the world a lot, and I've seen many good projects. Most of them are intended to empower women. In many other countries, women are in a worse position than in Slovenia. It is more difficult for them to contribute to the family budget, for instance. And through beekeeping, through creating honey products, it is a possibility for them, for these women, to earn some money. And me, as a female president, I feel like this should be encouraged. I am very honored that I can support such projects. Even I, as a president, do not find it easy always. In the European Union, there are only 2 female presidents, and in the entire world, there's only 16 female presidents from more than 190 countries. However, the bees often help me. They help me when I am promoting gender equality as well. And indeed, you are diligent as a bee as well and hardworking as a bee, aren't you? Dear Minister, how does the Golden Bee Award fit into this whole story? The Golden Bee Award represents an opportunity, like the President has already said. I believe this is the most important international award that Slovenia can give out to, and also can create bridges and an important foundation for cooperation in the field of farming, beekeeping, agriculture in general. Bee diplomacy is crucial and needs to be put in practice. I would like to emphasize sustainable farming here and biodiversity. We need to raise awareness among younger generations how important beekeeping is. We can achieve this through digital tools, and I believe that the Golden Bee Award is a very important award and touches on different social and agricultural fields. In the last 5 years when this award has been given, it has influenced many projects. In my mandate, I have learned about different interesting projects that helped develop several fields of agriculture through bees. In my travels to abroad, I've seen many times that when I meet my counterparts, they always say, Slovenia, you with the bees. So yes, we are now recognizable as the protector of bees, and I believe that it's important. Slovenia started with the initiation of this World Bee Day, and we have built upon this. So I am incredibly proud for the work that has been done, and I am proud to be the minister in charge of this. Just something that I would like to add. I really prefer bee diplomacy to transactional diplomacy. Yes, I think we can all agree with that and share an applause.
In če smo še malce iskrivi, vi ste torej tudi ministri.
So one could say that you're the minister of bees. Well, yes, if the bees agree, I could be also the minister of bees. Ms. President, in this talk, we cannot avoid a critical topic, which is climate change. This is something that threatens bees as well. Are you very worried about it? Well, I would lie if I said I wasn't worried. Even before I became a president, I was following climate discussions. However, now I follow them more in-depthly. I'm preparing for COP30 in Brazil, where Slovenia will present our achievements in the field of sustainable development. And yes, bees are part of our diplomatic activity. I'm incredibly worried about one fact which influences bees as well. And we all know how important bees are for the ecosystem and the food chains. We decided and set this goal not to surpass the 1.5 degrees raising of temperature. However, we already surpassed this 1.5 degrees of heating in November last year. This is incredibly worrying. I'm not talking about climate change anymore. I started calling it a climate crisis. I believe we need to make this mental transition. Climate change is a fact. I don't want to be critical towards the bigger countries. However, I was saddened and shocked that one of the first things President Trump has done was to take a step back from the Paris Accords. Why am I mentioning this? More than 80% of emissions are released by the G20 countries. Among them, 4 European countries: France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. However, the consequences are felt by others, the most in the African continent. And all of Africa contributes only 6% to the emissions. So, small countries are not the biggest problem. However, each country needs to take responsibility for the emissions they create. Slovenia is a champion of keeping biodiversity in Europe. We have a fascinating biodiversity. 2/3 of Slovenia is covered by forests. 85% of Europe. We are the green treasure of Europe, and that nickname is well-deserved. And this symbiosis between animals, among which pollinators are incredibly important, and the nature is of crucial importance for our ecosystem. As a president, I'm thinking very often about the fact whether leaders of this world are thinking enough about what a world we are leaving to our children. Our children feel helpless. They are scared about what the future might hold. I encourage them to raise their voice. And bee diplomacy is definitely a step in the right direction, starting with the traditional Slovenian breakfast, which we would like to turn into a European traditional breakfast. This means that nectar-producing plants are being planted further. Every tree that is being planted is one step closer to a healthier, more beautiful planet. Planet Earth is the only planet we have. There is no planet B. At least until now, we have not discovered it yet. Maybe in some undiscovered galaxy there will be a planet B as escape for us. However, currently this is the only planet we have, and we all need to contribute to protecting it. we shouldn't allow for a climate breakdown where our planet will end. However, I really hope that everybody will come to their senses and support our nature. One more thing, if I may add. I find it incredibly important that Slovenia was one of the initiators for human rights, which was passed without opposition in the European nations. The right to a clean and healthy environment is, from this year onwards, a fundamental human right. Yes, this is very important. Thank you for this call towards joint responsibility for leaving a better world to our children. Dear Minister, how is it with our food security? Do we prepare enough food, and what does the future hold? I think the President already knows the answer here. Last year, we made an exercise in resilience. And in this exercise, we have seen what is the current state of resilience in Slovenia. This was not very rosy, and we should be worried. Slovenia does not have food security, and in the current conditions, seeing as what we can buy, what we can get on our plate from the stores and the restaurants, well, this exercise showed that our food security is very short-term. We are trying to create awareness-raising campaigns showing how food security is crucial and people should take responsibility over it. We are facing challenges with raising awareness of all stakeholders. If we want to keep the human right towards a clean and healthy environment, we need to achieve some goals. In the ministry, we are trying to permanently protect farming land. Farmland seems to be taken for granted at the moment. However, me as a Ministry of Agriculture, I know that I am the protector of farmland. And very often we see that when other needs are relevant, the farmland is the first one that gets cut. We're trying to develop our country, keep our young people here, create new opportunities, and then farmland is being cut. However, we need to protect it because this is one of the ways how to ensure food security in Slovenia. Well, we need to understand that we do not have all natural resources, and if geopolitical circumstances will change, hopefully the worst will not happen. However, it could happen, and then our agricultural sector will need to adapt to the natural circumstances present in the country. So we need to see how to create symbiosis between us, farms, the agricultural sector, and bees and other pollinators. We are one of the countries which produce a relatively low percentage of emissions in Slovenia. However, due to climate change, we feel the consequences of these emissions and the global warming. We would like to include young people into the conversation. We would like to make farming as an attractive profession in the future. I believe farming is the profession of the future, and we need to give some tools to young people so that they will be more inclined to choose farming as their future. I believe that in Slovenia we are really trying on a national level to ensure food security, or at least to improve it, and I believe that we can achieve this. The first step should be protecting farmland. Well, there are different interests at play here, and when people are not directly connected, well, in general, we care about social responsibility, but then when it comes to a personal level, sometimes people give up on social responsibility in favor of economic opportunities, for instance. But we need to raise awareness on how to protect that. Thank you. Thank you for these smart ideas, and thank you for presenting these interesting projects and exposing some threats and issues. One last question. Slovenia did a lot to protect bees and other pollinators. Do you think we can do anything else? Well, it's never as good that it could not be better. Everybody knows that. But I would like to tell you what I personally did. Immediately when becoming President of the Republic of Slovenia, I demanded, as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces in Slovenia, well, the army needs to present to me once a year how the preparedness of the army is. So I asked them to report also on general preparedness and food sovereignty, food chain sovereignty. However, what I would like to emphasize is solidarity. Solidarity, care for one another, care for our community with a good heart. Bees know and live out these values, and we can learn a lot from them. I agree. I would really like to agree with what the President said. We need to be proactive. I am proactive in my work, and I try to be hardworking. But at the end of the day, there is always more we could do. When it comes to sustainable farming, this will be crucial at the face of climate change. We have a lot of maneuver space, a lot of space to improve in making our farms more sustainable, more green, so that we will be ready for the future. I take this as my personal mission to help a green transition along, so that our residents will accept a green transition not as something that is a necessary evil, but something desired. And I think this is a step forward where we can still improve our acting. Thank you very much for this interesting discussion. Thank you.
In naj besede, gospe predsednici.
These were wise words from Madam President and Ms. Minister, and let's hope we will think about them in the future and that they will resonate with us like a beehive. In Slovenia, we like to build hotels for wild pollinators. We keep beehives, we plant nectar-rich flowers, but we like to have some nourishment for the soul as well. Today we are joined by a private music school choir, the music school Bučar, featuring talented young musicians and experienced mentors. So I would like to ask you to join me in the stage. With their dedication, enthusiasm, and music, they bring some freshness and energy to the stage. Let us listen to their performance of a song by author and composer Jan Serčič. Welcome to the stage. Today we will call you the Bee Choir. Bees and two bumblebees.
Svet hiti pred mano je dan, in spet živim
Najlepša hvala mladim.
A great thanks to all the young singers with this beautiful song, Let Us Smile, and they're promising us that if you smile, the day will be more beautiful. Now, dear guests, it is time to announce this year's nominees for the Golden Bee Award 2025 in the field of preservation of bees and other pollinators. The Republic of Slovenia has issued a call for nominations for the Golden Bee Award in December of last year. They received 6 applications. The committee, comprised of representatives from various institutions, chaired by the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food, Ms. Mateja Čalošić, reviewed and evaluated the submissions. 3 candidates have been shortlisted for the award. From Poland, Osmia Future, a family company offering professional systems for modernized and optimized orchard pollination in agriculture. Their latest innovation is Osmia 4.0. From Croatia, Professor Dr. Ivana Tlak-Geiger, an esteemed professor at the veterinary faculty of the University of Zagreb. She is an award-winning scientist and a global advocate for bee health and their conservation. She established the first experimental beekeeping laboratory. And from Malta, the Foundation for the Conservation of the Maltese Honeybee, a national initiative for insects playing a key role in preserving the Maltese honeybee. They achieved the legal protection of this honeybee breed and issued a commemorative €2 coin for this honeybee. I believe an applause is needed for all 3 shortlisted nominees.
Zdaj pa na oder
Now it is my great honor to invite the Minister Čalošić to the stage, and she will announce the winner of this year's Golden Bee Award. At the same time, I invite the President of the Republic of Slovenia to present the award, a sculpture representing the bee's endless flight and its return to the community.
Zdaj imamo še.
Thank you very much. Now to the more difficult part. So, I can say that the committee unanimously decided that the winner of the Golden Bee Award 2025 is Osmia Future from Poland.
Čestitke.
Congratulations to the winner.
Congratulations. Čestitke. Gospo ministrico pa bomo prosili.
Congratulations. Now the minister will read out an explanation for the nomination. The minister will read it. Osmia 4.0 is an innovative digital solution by the company Osmia. It allows users through a mobile app to optimize orchard pollination via spatial planning of nesting sites, density per hectare, accounting for flowering intensity, tree species, land orientation, and climate conditions or weather. It is a pollinator-friendly solution that manages populations of the red mason bee, a solitary bee native to Central and Southern Europe. The system supports multi-year use of nesting boxes and encourages fruit farming with reduced use of phytosanitary products. The company also integrates schools into its educational activities. Therefore, they indirectly raise awareness about the importance of local habitats for younger generations. Again, my congratulations to the winner.
Gospod.
With us is Mr. Przemek Kapka, but I would like to ask the other 2 nominees to join me in the stage. First, Dr. Ivana Tlak-Geiger.
Naj povem, da če se
Let me add, if the sculpture moves a bit at the stage, this means that bees will be bringing honey for a long, long time. Now please remain at the stage. I would like to invite to the stage Professor Dr. Ivana Tlak-Geiger to the stage, as well as Miss Sairita Kasar from the Maltese Foundation. They will receive their certificates as well.
In še aplavz za gospo.
Applause for Miss Sairita Kasar.
Zdaj pa mislim, da je čas.
Thank you very much. Now, let's make a beautiful group photo of all the nominees and the award winner with the President and Minister. And Mr. Przeme Kapka, the microphone. Mr. Kapka, the microphone is yours for a short speech. Thank you very much to the Minister and to Madam President for giving out the award.
Here, we come here yesterday with my family and my team, Osmia team. We are a family startup from Poland. We work with Osmia Bees about 15 years, and we next week we as a company we ending 5 years, so we young company. My English is not very good, so I much more love bees, not languages. So I don't know what to say, because this is the most important award for us, because we love our job. We do that a lot of time, and we create something. It's not in all the world, because there is no mobile application for pollinations, and we can do this because we work with Osmia bees, not honeybees, because we know how many pollen they get to the hive we create. And I don't know what to say. It's a great honor to be here, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much and congratulations again. And now, I'm sure you will be glad that we can again invite to the stage our beautiful young singers, the bee choir with the 2 bumblebees. We will hear another song. I've been mixing up my bee expressions. It seems, well, our musicians are so talented that I think they deserve only the best.
Zdaj bomo prisluhnili.
We will listen to another song composed by Gorazd Čepin. The lyrics were written by a renowned Slovenian poet, Feri Lainšček. The title is Don't Be Like Everyone Else.
Pokaži mi zvezdo.
Še enkrat najlepša hvala.
Thanks again to our little bees, and thank you to the mentors of Music School Bučar. Now I would like to invite the minister one more time on stage because she has one more important announcement to make.
Na začetku mi dovolite.
Thank you very much. Let me share with you a short introduction. I would like to share with you how this Golden Bee Award came to happen. The government of the Republic of Slovenia established the Golden Bee Award Committee on May 14th, 2021. By June 10th of the same year, its members had already been appointed. Since then, the committee has seen several agriculture ministers come and go. The minister, by function, chairs the committee, and this is a testament to the sincere and selfless dedication of the committee members. I have been chairing it currently. I am grateful for the work of the committee, for participating in the decision-making, and for their selfless, voluntary work. On behalf of myself and all of us, I would like to thank them for the constructive spirit, for all the advice and invaluable knowledge that you have shared with me. Dear members of the committee, I know that the mandate is ending at the beginning of next month, and I would like to thank you with a symbolic gift from the ministry. I would like to thank you for your work, and I really sincerely hope that your successors will be as committed to this work as you were. Well, maybe some of you will remain in the committee, but I really hope that the work will continue. You are examples for a committed work, and thank you again. I would like to invite the following esteemed individuals of the committee to the stage. Mr. Matjaž Florjanc Luka, Vice Chair of the Committee and Representative for International Affairs.
Pa gospod.
Mr. Peter Kozmus, representative for beekeeping.
In gospa Polona.
And Ms. Polona Kolarek-Novšek, representative for agriculture.
Gospe Polone.
Ms. Polona Kolarek-Novšek could not be with us, but I'm sure she's following via video link, just like Ms. Katarina Zeiler-Groznik, representative for nature and conservation, and Ms. Natalia Polenec, representing cultural heritage. Thank you dearly to all the committee members.
Še fotografija.
Now, photo that will be part of the document published, and we are very honored because the president is joining this photo. A short applause for this photo to become even better.
Hvala vsem.
I would like to thank everyone who joined us for today's award ceremony. And thank you to everyone who is following via video link. We look forward to seeing you again 1 year from now, when the Golden Bee Award 2026 will be given out. The call for nominations will be announced in December. Now I would like to invite you to the art exhibition in the foyer, and let's finish with the traditional beekeeper's thought. We need to take care of our bees, and people should care about the words that they say, because words can sting or they can be sweet. Now let's finish with the traditional beekeeper's farewell. Naimedi, may your days be sweet as honey.
To nourish us all. Artists painted, chefs plated, honey lovers celebrated. From the hive to the harvest, pollinators fuel the feast, connecting art, culture, and community. Bees, butterflies, bats, and all pollinators power our crops, helping us survive. About 75% of the food we eat depends on these creatures soaring high. With pollinators we thrive. A bright future for all. Watch us rise. Protecting pollinators is protecting our planet and our future.
Vsem in dovolite.
Thanks to everyone, and now just a small announcement. We kindly ask everyone who was using headphones to just leave the headphones at your seat, and it will be collected later.